All right. My cat's just looking at me like, what the hell? I think I have it a little too loud. I always have to turn it down. My actual full volume of the phone is like, it's too loud. We're not, okay. We're like, what do you want, Jirokomo? Why are you in my face? What the f... feel like I'm asleep. Feel like I'm losing my mind. The owner of Izakaya did what? Tell us about it. What are the seals for today? Okay, track. I have 10 hours. Almost 11 hours. I have 10 hours and 53 minutes. I need to go look at the food. I might get rid of that, wallpaper. I have to move my time thing out of the way. When I'm recording, it has a little time thing on my right of my screen, and it kind of blocks. That's only good for an hour. Feel like I'm insane. Kingia.
やっぱり私がいなきゃダメなんでしょう。
もみじ。
私の美貌のために食らわせてもらうね。
So I give them the food and they sit and they wait for the animals to show. So I need to... I think that quest is getting ready to fade. I need one more. I said I needed to get to 20. I don't know how long this lasts. A day and 8 hours. Okay. Well, the one for the Fragrant Seeking, I think it's going to be ending soon. There was a thing that used to be over here that used to let me see that. There used to be a thing over there that I could click, and now it's gone. Oh, it used to tell me.
あなたが見ている世界は現実かしら。やだな。
やらしたらな。That fucking lag was unacceptable, bro. So, I did a drawing. Fucking son of a bitch. I did drawing. And I got Haoka. Where are you? Right here.
火の中で生まれ変わる鳳凰みたい。美しい。
Can I? I can't, because she needs to be the 25. But all my ones that are 25 are, like, locked, and I have to get them to 60.
近すぎるよ。
The way he says that. I'm like, fucking You get 35. It's like they get locked, so the ones that say max, I can't get them past that. She needs to be the 30. They all need to be the 30. Where did she go? Let me see. I don't know how I feel about this. So she is an SR. Go backwards. I had a big lunch and I feel like it's not agreeing with me. Oh boy. Like a whole foot long, and I had just woken up and I had that, and I feel like I'm dying. It might have been too much for me. There's one I really want to get, but I don't know if I'm gonna. Yeah, because I ascended Onmyoji and it used all of them. Hold on. 120. Fucking Masamune from Sengoku Basra. That's literally his voice. I swear to God, I wonder. Because the voice actor for Wan Sing in Dynasty Warriors, the Japanese voice actor, I thought his name was Nobunaga something. I don't know if this is the same guy. Every time he talks, I'm like, This girl voices her and her. It's weird. I don't get why Hiro talks like this. Obviously has a good voice, but then when you go to fight with him, then his voice turns into like an old man. I shit you not. So Ayaka voices her and Kusa and Yuki. It's weird. She voices 3, but she can make all of their voices sound different from each other. It's kind of hard to do that sometimes. Well, not necessarily if you can change your voice. Also, I changed my picture thingy, as you can see. Because I could put this around my picture. This is the one I did have. This is a Scarlet Feather. This is the default one they give you for free. Or maybe not for free, you have to unlock it. But I had it forever, this one with the moon. It was like I think it's like a moon in the tree. Then I got that one. I actually like this one. Then I got this one from the event that I just did. The Fragrant Sticking event. So I kept it. So I also changed my profile picture. If you couldn't tell. You can change your pictures to what you want. But it has to go under a 24-hour review to make sure it doesn't violate their rules. Because anytime you have a game or a website where they let you post any picture you want, I guarantee you there's somebody that tries to use porn. So they have to review it. And they said if it violates their rules, they automatically delete it. But since it's been a couple days and my picture's still there, I guess they approved it. There's nothing wrong anyway, so... I need to read these quickly because, as you can see, the boss is gone. We already defeated him, but I did not record that because shit. I didn't get a chance to record it. Yeah, we owned him. Super hard, and he is gone from the realm, never to return. So what we're gonna actually do is, I need to go back and read. So we left off at 4, and then I read 5, so now we need to go to 6. But before I can read all of them... So I already showed the lies, first entry, so this is the final cutscene. Yeah, and then it just kind of ends. I never got a chance to do those. So we read 5. So we have 6, 7, 8, and 9 to get through to try to understand the story. I would go back and read the other ones. But I did read 1, 2, 3. Because I think I read 4 in another video. Or maybe I didn't. I mean, I can always go back and read chapters 1 through 4 later, but like, it takes a long time to read these. When I read chapter 5, Sense of Journey 5, it took me like a whole hour to read it. Mainly because I'm behind now. Because I'm actually stuck on some of the modes, especially in Hay and Tails. Yuki keeps owning the shit out of me, and I can't beat him at my current level because he's level 30, and a lot of my Shikigami are barely like 20 or 25 or 17 or like 7. I don't got any super strong ones quite yet. So I might have to get higher leveled and then come back and try that mode. I feel like Hay and Tails and Hay and Stories are basically modes for people that are like level 60, which I believe is the highest level you can get in the game. And it takes me forever just to go up by the 2 levels it wants me to. It takes me about almost a week. Just to get to that 2 levels. So for me to go from where I am now to 60, I feel like is impossible. So take a break from those modes, because there's one mode that I can actually advance in, but then I'll wind up getting stuck again. So anyway, let's go ahead and read 6. So I'm actually really invested in the storyline, and I feel like I kind of want to start all the way from 1 and reread it all. But for me to sit there and reread it after one after another, it's ridiculous. And I do remember what 4 was about anyway. I remember what they were all about pretty much. When we entered the camp, we all thought we were from the Onko clan, and we really weren't. We met Hikaru. Then he started finding those Onko clan statues, which were originally the Onko clan people. When their energy faded, like when they died, they turned into these statues, but their souls were sealed inside. And because their souls, I guess, originally belonged to Jikokuta, and he was using Hikaru as an agent to go to the statues and distill their souls to add to his power. And that's what he was doing. And then there was like these beast things that were like attacking them, and then like the only one who could see Hiro was Seme. So I don't really need to go back through these previous ones because I already know what they were about. It's pointless for me to go back and reread them. I'm actually more interested towards the end of the story since it skipped me. I originally left off on 4, and then it skipped me by like a whole 4 chapters. 9 just opened the other day, but when I came back, it had me down here at 8, and that wasn't at all where I was. So we can go back and read 6. So I think this is where we left off for 5, where Dark Seme ran into Susanoo, and he was like, why would you give him the Ame no Habakiri sword? Are you an idiot? As Jikokuten's statue crumbled, his scent also disappeared. The group could finally catch a breath. So I think at the end of the last chapter, Hikaru like led them, which was not really Hikaru. It was Jikuk. His name always struggles me. The evil god of envy. It was actually him. He could transform his appearance, so he had transformed into Hikaru to trick people. It was never Hikaru at all. It was just him transformed as him, like fucking Shang Tsung from Mortal Kombat. How he can look like anyone, but it's not really him. Basically, that's what it was. So, Jikokuten transformed into Hikaru, mainly to try to get back at Hiro, like, oh, look, I'm your twin, join with me, bullshit. But it wasn't really ever him. Even Hiro tells him, you look like my brother, but you're not him, you're fake. So he lured everybody into a cave to his god statue because he wanted to steal their souls. But, then Hiro fought him and allowed us to escape. And then that's when, they told... Seme got the Abe no Habakiri, Susanoo's divine sword, and like destroyed the statue basically. And I think that's where we left off. Like, Seme destroyed it, I think. But just then, the ground began trembling again. They looked up to see the world slowly spitting open in the distance, once again letting out darkness. Didn't we cut down the evil god, Jikokuten, just now? So what's this? The dark mist looks dangerous. It seems to be hiding something more terrible. Such destructive power feels like it came from the same place as Jikokuten's power. Indeed. What Mr. Seme cut down was just an avatar he prepared for descending into this world. Despite failing to accomplish that goal, he had already awakened part of his power. The fragrance realm is nearing another collapse because of his encroaching force. After all, this world was born out of sin and was closely connected to Jikokuten's power. Can you still hang on, Master? Their names. It's Jin Kugyo, but his real name is Hiro, which is why I just call him Hiro. No matter, I took a blow because I was connected with Jiko's soul. But it's nothing fatal. I'm gonna just use a nickname because Jikokuten every time. Oh my god. Seme Kagura still hasn't woken up. What's happening to her? Don't worry, it looks like evil tried to take over her soul before. She fought hard to resist Chico's power, so she's exhausted now. I feel like I already read that. So Hiro took out a delicate aromatherapy ball from his sleeve and lit the incense within. He then gently put it close to Kagura's ear. This incense should offer her some relief and wake her up soon. Yeah, I feel like I have read this. Brother, what happened to me? I feel so tired. Yes, I think I have read 6. Uh-oh. Kagura, you're finally awake. There, everything's fine now. You can rest more if you want to. Okay? Hiramasa comforted Kagura as she laid her head on his back and fell asleep again. Master Seme, who is this? He just suddenly appeared during the fight, yet you seem to have known him for a long time. This is Hiro, and I'm the last chief of the Anko clan. If I remember correctly, Master Hikaru said he was the young chief, so he's my brother. No wonder you look so familiar. He's not just his brother, he's his twin brother, come now. And you also smell familiar, too. Kohaku, how come you find everything in this place familiar? But the tired Hiro couldn't help but laughed. He interrupted the two. My apologies. Since you're outsiders, I covered up the smell of your souls with the Anko clan's memories when you first entered the fragrance realm so that Jiko wouldn't harm you. I see. Well, it's a pity. It was such a wonderful dream. So you knew that getting rich overnight is only possible in dreams. Your smell seemed very peculiar, as if you had some special power which intrigued me. So I projected myself, using my incense, and talked with Mr. Seme as we traveled along. I never expected Master Kohaku to pick up on my scent. I was careless. I knew it. When you suddenly appeared in this place, Hikaru, Jikokuten seemed very surprised. Despite being connected to him, our souls actually reject each other due to the difference in our origins. This place was protected by his divine power, so I couldn't locate anything, nor could I get through. So basically, Hiro and Hikaru are kind of like the yin-yang. You kind of have to have one without the other, but they also reject each other because they're different. Like, one is light and one is dark. Like, Hiro is like the light, so he would be the white one, which is yang. And Hikaru is dark, so he would be the black one, which is yin. It wasn't until I drew Hikaru away with a body double and left an incense stick as a mark that I was able to find my way here. By the way, yang is white. It's also masculinity, so yang is male, as where yin is black, which is femininity, which is coldness, and I mean, it's like a female side, so. People always get yin and yang mixed up. They never know which one is which, but yang is the white one with the black dot, and yin is the black one with the white dot, so. Yeah, I feel like I've read this chapter. I think it was when it skipped me ahead. I was forced to read it, but I didn't record it. I feel like I have to sneeze. Oh, God, no. Okay. Initially, I only wanted to find the whereabouts of Jikokuten so that you and I could investigate it later. It was surprising to see him acting so aggressively and trapping you here. Fortunately, I made it in time. However, the power wielded by Mr. Seme was something I couldn't have expected. I also didn't think that you were here for Jikokuten. But even if I knew of your intentions, I wouldn't have stood idly by. Jikokuten had a firm grip on this world for thousands of years. Standing up against him would bring nothing but danger. You're an enemy of that evil god as well, right? Hiro. It's my duty to be. The Anko clan is still trapped waiting for me. At that moment, Miketsu and Yao Bikini ran into the Temple of Fragrance. Huh? When did you go outside? Everyone, something unexpected happened. Please come and take a look. Yeah, because Miketsu and What's-Her-Face and Yao Bikini were supposed to be with us. And they're like, when the hell were you guys outside? We were trapped inside about to be killed by an evil god statue, and you guys are just frolicking outside in the dirt. Following Miketsu, the group exited the temple to see the pale, wandering spirits of the Anko clan crowded outside. They knelt on the ground, murmuring with pale expressions, but not a single complete sentence could be heard. When the anomaly appeared, I felt the bells that contained the Anko clan spirits tremble. They seemed to be attracted towards something in the surging darkness. Lady Yao Bikini and I followed the spirits and saw something come out of the darkness and went into their souls. Sometimes, I swear, the reading, you have to, proofread it, because it's not... There's some words that are not translated correctly, and as somebody who's been speaking English my whole life, I have to try to finish the sentence and, auto-correct it, proofread it, because there's some things they have spelt wrong, or the sentence just isn't structured correctly. I mean, I'm not somebody who's super skilled in grammar, but even I know that does not make any sense. That's the evil smell seeping out from the cracks in the land. This world was born by the hands of Jikokuten, the evil god of envy. This land has been immersed in his power for thousands of years. At the very beginning, the Anko clan turned into Anko statues to protect the Fragrance realm. By doing so, they fell asleep surrounded by torment and sins. Their souls were also tainted by Jikuten's power, which almost turned them into nutrients for that evil god. That don't make any sense. It should be which almost turned them into nutrients for the evil god. So, how did they last this long? I channeled the power of the divine incense and wrapped their souls within, cutting them off from Jikokuten's power embedded in the land, which prevented the god from taking them. And what was the purification performed by Hikaru actually about? It was indeed purification of sorts. It was a process of peeling my power, as well as Jikokuten's, off those souls, which in turn made them incomplete and long for something to make them whole again. As for the power that was peeled off, I think it was offered to Jikokuten to restore his power. Now that Hikaru's power is gone, they can no longer resist the god's corruption. But it doesn't matter. I might not have been able to find Mount Anko and fulfill our dream of returning there, but I have found you. Come, return to your home in this sweet dream. A gentle breeze came from nowhere. A divine censer quietly appeared above Hiro and illuminated a path with its ghostly flame. Like a giant hand, fragrance clouds gathered the souls who looked relieved as they traveled to Hiro's palm by the wind. Wisps of black smoke separated themselves from the souls, but they flowed towards Hiro all the same and whispered the souls' bitter thoughts into his ears. Pain, hopelessness, so dark. Just give up. Anko dies here. Darkness filled Hiro's soul with painful screams, rampaging as it tore at his consciousness. Hiro knelt on the ground in pain. Master Seme, Master Hiro is looking really bad. He stripped the evil thoughts from the souls of the Anko clan, but it seems to have been absorbed them himself. Well, it's believed that Hiro is a pure soul. He was born with the crystal heart that can never be corrupted nor tainted, which is why he sees it as his duty to take everybody's sins into himself because he can purify them. However, he does still get hurt by it by allowing, darkness and sinfulness to enter into his own self, because it's like taking a still pure body of water and dumping a bunch of fucking oil into it. That's literally what's happening. The connection between his soul and Jikokuten's power is too close. It doesn't look like he can completely dispel those evil thoughts. How about I give it a try? Hey, wait a sec. It seems like he's already dealt with them? Tightly pressing his hand against the censer, Hiro gathered the radiant clouds of fragrance into the fire. The censer suddenly became brighter, dispelling the lingering evil thoughts. He seemed to have finally come to. Wearily, he sat down on the ground to relax. I'm fine. It's just that these evil thoughts can be a bit annoying. I had to take my time. The gods' evil thoughts were deeply rooted in their souls. The only way to get them off is for me to absorb them. Those thoughts will have an irreversible impact on your soul. Doing something like this is... There's no need to worry about me. I was born from the incense in the divine center. As long as this incense burns true, I will have the strength to press on. Yeah, because he's reincarnated. He was like the incarnation of Amaterasu's divine incense power. He was created from the divine incense. She, like, kind of like created him. Now that I share the same source of power with Jikokuten, it's possible for his malicious thoughts to affect my own. But they won't do more harm than that. Yeah, because Matarasu sealed Jikokuten's power, but for some reason, when the Anko chief asked for his wife to bear children, because she could never bear children, but they wanted children, and they prayed in front of that statue, and then that's how Hiro and Hikaru were born. Basically, Amaterasu's power, like, I guess, caused her to become pregnant, kind of almost like a fucking Virgin Mary type of thing. Um, I mean, not exactly the same, but pretty much. Now that as the anchor of my mind still exists, I won't fall into darkness. The anchor of your mind. Yes, it's where my heart belongs, where the souls of the Anko clan belong. How about you come with me when I go? You do well to have some rest there. However, we still have some unfinished business. Now that we've cut off Jikokuten from the Fragrance realm, he can no longer descend and take control over it. But the power he regained is enough to affect this land and awaken those sleeping Anko statues. When that happens, the statues will be corrupted by sin and become like nutrients to Jikokuten, so we have to find those Anko statues as soon as possible, bring them back here and purify them. Why can't we just find Jikokuten, cut off his head, and be done with it? The mark I left on Hikaru is still there, but I feel that there's somewhere beyond. Beyond this world, but the 6 realms are sealed. How could that evil god leave this world? If I had to guess, I'd say he may have sensed the opening left by the 6 realms gates, which he wants to use to make his escape. I think the god of wealth is guarding the gates, because there's 6 evil gods, and the god of envy is the one we're after. Well, I guess I'll wish that evil god good luck then. Perhaps he just need to wait here for a while, and the enemy will die by Lord Susanoo's blade. Doesn't matter, we still have to be prepared. We came here to slay the evil gods, so can't we just sit around and do nothing? So we can't, rather. Still, you need to remember that the evil god's smell permeates across the land. You will be corrupted too if you stay outside for too long. Then let's work in groups. Maybe we can be more efficient if we take turns. You must be very tired after all that's happened. Why not take a break before you go? I don't need it. I'm full of energy right now. Feels like I can just fight another round. Let me take the lead. I'll go with Suzuhiko Hime. Well, take a look at the situation outside. I can sense that your spiritual power is a little lacking. You really should have some rest. Alright, then Lady Suzuhiko Hime and Lady Miketsu will leave it to you. Suzuhiko Hime and Miketsu promised to rendezvous with the others back here and then left. Alright, follow me. Okay, where are we going? We're going to the dream the Anko clan and I call home. A cloud of fragrance flowed out from the divine censer and enveloped everyone in a blink of an eye. When they came to, they found themselves in a crowded square, teeming with joyful members of the Anko clan. It was as if they were celebrating a festival. The place was buzzing with excitable Anko clan members dressed in light, loose clothes. Paralyzer, paralyzer, come check out my paralyzer. Light 1 and sleep for 10 days. Oh my god. Fresh incense ingredients. Check out this legendary incense ingredients you'll never seen before. It makes the best one-of-a-kind incense in the world. So I have read this before. It turns out that they're like just memories. You can try to interact with them, but they just repeat the same line over and over again. Cut the crap. Those are just normal fog blooms. What's wrong with fog blooms? These were handpicked by me and they're most unique. See the stacking petals? I can guarantee that these make the best aphrodisia if you want to tug on some heartstrings. Besides, our young chief used these to make God-pleaser pleasant enough to please his almighty. How can you say that's not the best one-of-a-kind incense in the world? I'm pretty sure that has more to do with the young chief's talent than your materials. Hey, what are you two doing? You're blocking the way. What a handsome guy. Such a unique fragrance, too. I've never seen anyone like you. Would you please accept my scented pouch? If you do, meet me in the misty plains under the moonlight. What is this place? If you don't like hers, how about mine? Or mine? Master Seme, this is... Aha, there you are. I lost track of you for a second, and have already drawn the attention of so many people. What's going on here? The Anka clan are a free people and do as they please, which is why each of them has their own specialty incense. But there's one incense that everyone can make, Vigosha. True to its name, this incense contains the scent of its maker. When you light it, it'll feel like that you're seeing its maker in person. People only give this incense to those who are very close to them or to those they take a liking to. If you accept someone's Vigosha, it means you have also accepted their feelings as well. I have to say, Mr. Seme, it was very wise of you to not accept anything, and you managed to escape using your amulet. I half expected that the people here would be interested in you, but I've got to say I'm surprised at just how popular you're proving to be. Mr. Seme is popular wherever he goes. There's always someone who wants his attention. What? Did I say something? Huh? What? I didn't say anything. Why did Master Seme ask me that? It's like he caught me thinking. Yeah, so this is where Hiro uses his power on everyone. And he allows everybody to hear each other's memories, or like he can hear their thoughts. Because apparently this is a power that Hiro has. Hiro can actually hear the thoughts of everyone he comes in contact with, which is, in my opinion, that's fucking invading. I mean, yeah, if you have an ability that you can't help, you just have an ability that allows you to hear people's thoughts and it's not your fault. But at the same time, I still feel like that's invading to be able to get into people's minds and hear that. Seems a little fucked up. But basically, Hiro has this power, and he projects it onto everyone and allows them to have the same power as him, but only temporarily. Caught you doing what? Huh? Why is everyone looking at me? I didn't say anything at all. You said a lot, all right. Why else would we be looking at you like this? So dishonest, this puppy claiming to have said nothing despite complaining about Seme. It's like lighting a lantern in broad daylight. Can't believe he's this dumb. I said nothing. Why are you calling me dumb, Master Hiromasa? That really pisses me off. Master Hiromasa is always getting at me, trying to rile me up on purpose. What are you talking about? It's like I can hear their thoughts. What thoughts? What thoughts? Things are getting interesting. I have a feeling we've got a good show coming our way. Oh, so I can hear everyone's thoughts. When did this begin? I didn't see any sign of it. As expected, you have some interesting thoughts. What? Apologies, I never brought living beings like you to this place before, so it seems we are sharing our senses for the time being. To put it simply, you can now hear everyone's thoughts the way I do. You can hear people's thoughts? So Master Hiro was listening to our thoughts all this time? I made sure not to listen unless necessary. So you can hear our thoughts after all. It's all over for me then. Everyone heard me say that Master Seme. Stop thinking about it. Yeah, we all heard it. Some puppies can be so jealous. They love everything about Master Seme, but hate that he's too popular because of it. That's enough, Hiromasa. No need to. Come to think of it, whenever and Musubi open her anal, whenever and Musubi opened her anal. What was it called? Well, that chocolate candy store. Semi always seems to get the most chocolate. His courtyard would always be so full. Of course Master Seme would be the most popular, but it was always Master Hiromasa who ate the most Master Seme's chocolate. Wasn't it you? Don't frame me for it. But to be honest, it was always us who ate the bulk of the chocolate, no matter how much there was. Seme never ate much of it, but... Hiromasa, stop. Control your thoughts. What? You don't want me to tell everyone about your love for candy? Well, Seme, you tried. I didn't know about this. I always thought Seme bought that much chocolate for networking purposes. Indeed, I bought it for Net, to strengthen our bonds. Well, that's true. He clearly likes sweet things, but he's too embarrassed to talk about it. So, It's very fun to split all the candy between me and the puppy when he's watching. He would always try to hold back before giving in to the temptation and stepping in. Master Hiramasa is so cruel. I actually save half of my share for Master Seme every time, but you stole it all. You're really stretching it this time. I like sweets, but not to that extent. I give most of my share to Hikaru. Oh my god. If it wasn't you who stole it, then who could it have been? Well, it must be whoever you gift it to. Hiramasa, that's enough. Okay, it was me. How does I'm not thinking anything. I'm not thinking anything. He was gonna say how dishonest. Master Seme scent mostly resembles a breezy bamboo forest, but one that's hiding bushes of sweet berries. Does Master Seme smell like that? I can't tell. I wonder what I smell like. I'd say it's the warm winter sun. Master Hiramasa's burning wood. Yao Bikini is a violent wave, heavy and mysterious, and Lady Anne Musubi is very, very sweet. Is that really how we smell? By the way, why burning wood? How lively, Mr. Semi. You have so many friends that are close to you, like family, not to mention you seem to live very close to each other. It's a little embarrassing to say, but we're actually living at Semi's courtyard at the moment. It can get quite lively. Master Semi actually has a lot of hard work cut out for him. Managing the household's finances can get really painful. Indeed, a few of them are still growing up. The Shikigami also need to stop. I heard Susanoo moved in with Semi recently. He should be pretty generous. It's hard for us to accept his generosity all the time. It'd be really inappropriate to ask him to do the chores and pay for our food at the same time. It goes against Master Semi's principles. He always insists on living an honest life and paying back favors in due time. We can put away the new bow we ordered from the craftsman for a while. Given our finances, we have to save money somewhere. What was that? I heard that. You can't go back on your words. You asked for this, Master Hiramasa. Well, isn't this something? Talk about a big scoop. Anecdotes of the stern master Onmyoji. It's going to be the bestseller in Hankyo, Maoie, and even the celestial realm. I'll be collecting money in my sleep. I can't let such a good ability go to waste. It's perfect for forming bonds and peeping into people's hearts or peeping into the hearts of the shy and awkward. We don't even need to wait until this is over. Master Hiro, can we have all of Hankyo's wealth in our hands as long as we travel together? This is so good for dealing with people who don't finish their sentences like that big fox. Master Susubi, that iceberg. Who are they? Do they not get along with you? That's not it. We get along pretty well, which is exactly why it's so annoying. Seme is the same. Mr. Seme is a very interesting person. Why would you say that? It's only interesting when I can hear his thoughts, let me tell you. He is the complete opposite of Kohaku and Hiramasa. Lady Musubi, please stop and control yourself. Is he trying to make us expose our thoughts just for fun? What a troublesome ability you have, Master Hiro. Indeed, although Master Hiro didn't ask many questions, he did set our conversations into motion. It's not really malicious in any way. On the contrary, his curiosity is what made the atmosphere so lively. All in all, this is normal for someone as young as him. What? So, Master Hiro actually did this on purpose? Again, I was so slow in realizing what's going on. Curiosity is good, but this is obviously out of line. I'm sorry, everyone. After all, it's been a long time since I last saw people this fired up. I've walked in the silent darkness on my own for a long, long time. I didn't see life in colors again until I had enough power to support an entire dreamland. So you did it because you were lonely, am I right? Feels like even I wouldn't say no to hearing such exciting stories. Perhaps I did it because I long for a world as magnificent and lively as yours. Then you really should come along with me. I always speak my mind, and I know a lot of things. You'll do well if you work with me. I do think you're a very interesting person, Lady and Musubi. However, I've yet to finish this journey of mine, so I really can't accept your offer at the moment. Although, I can't stop you from sharing my senses, I can isolate you individually so that you can't hear what each other's thinking. Then please do. It still feels strange, but at least we can pretend everything's normal now. Hey, I don't think I can hear anything anymore. We're back to normal now. It's a pity, though, unable to hear your thoughts. Say, There are so many people around. Master Hiro, you can't play this game with them when you're bored. I can't with them. Why? Because many of them are not actually souls, but an illusion. Hiro approached the owner of the fog bloom stand. It's been a long time, mister. How have you been? Hiro, you're back. Take a look and see if there's anything you like. Everyone had a great harvest, but this old man's got the best stuff in all of Mount Anko. Looks normal to me. Do you know what Mount Anko is like right now? Hiro, you're back. Take a look and see if there's anything you like. Everyone had a great harvest, but this old man's got the best stuff of all Mount Anko. Everyone on Mount Anko fell into a deep slumber. I'm afraid I won't be able to buy your incense ingredients anymore. Then he just repeats the same line. I know, you have the best herbs, but I have to hurry home, so I'll leave you to it. Hiro took a few steps back, and the owner, who could only repeat 2 sentences, seemed to have returned to normal, talking with his friends and advertising his incense ingredients. Is this place only a dream? Yes and no. Everything here was built using my memory and desire to store those sleeping souls. People I haven't brought back here only appear as illusions like this. It reminds me that someone still hasn't come back. When they do, their souls will replace these illusions, but they'll also forget those painful memories and stay in this beautiful Mount Anko forever. You're the only one awake in this dream? That's really lonely. It's fine, I built this place to give them hope and comfort. It's also the anchor of my heart, and one that never wavers, one that guides me through darkness. Where am I? Kagura, you're awake. How are you feeling? Is everything alright? I'm fine, brother. I felt my dream become a lot lighter, then I wasn't tired anymore. The scent in this dreamland seems to be able to nurture souls and make people feel lighter. This should be the reason why Kagura recovered so quickly. Kagura, I've actually missed quite a lot. I'll tell you about it later. Sure. Hiramasa carefully put Kagura on the ground and patted her on the head. He looked at her with joy. Wow, she is adorable. Older brothers usually adore their younger siblings, right? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. You look really weird, brother. Did something happen? No, I'm fine. I just thought maybe it's a good thing that you only just woke up. That was a very strange thing to say, so what are you going to do now? I can sense that Lady Suzuhiko Hime and Lady Miketsu have returned. Let's go greet them. In the Fragrant room. With a quick swing, Suzuhiko Hime effortlessly disposed of a phantom beast that tried to attack her from behind. She held the 7 blades in her hand, feeling that she had a little short on stamina, I can't read. I forgot so much when we first got to this place. And now there's a group of these creatures everywhere we go. They seem to have grown stronger too. Perhaps the growth of the evil god's power is making them appear more frequently? The sinful smell in the air seems to be growing thicker. Death is spreading. This land is quickly losing its vitality. There may not be lush flowers or plants like these growing in the coming year. All life will perish. There's nothing more evil than this. Let's go. It's about time we headed back. I feel a lot of evil hanging around us already. Right, let's go. In the temporary camp. Coming. Here, we brought you all that we could find in the east. There shouldn't be anything left. Right. It was hard work, all right. The evil god's force has grown so much thicker. We couldn't burn it all off with no matter what. So we just gave up on that and came back. I don't know if it's just me, but there are more and more broken Anko statues with phantom beasts hiding nearby. They're stronger than before as well. Please do be careful when you're out there. Alrighty, time for us to take a break. Who's going next? Are we collecting Anko statues, brother? I'll go with you. But you... I'm fine now. Everyone's working so hard, I have to do my part. Okay, it's a little awkward for me to face Sema right now anyway. Why is that? Or what was that? Nothing! I'll go with you. Then En Musubi and I will go after Hiramasa and Kagura come back. No problem. If you find it hard to resist the evil thoughts, corruption, please come back as soon as possible. Lady Suzuhiko Hime, Lady Miketsu, please wait here a moment. The gathered Anko statues were laid out on the ground. Clouds of fragrance came forth from the censer and enveloped the statues, sweeping away the filth and stirring the souls within. Return to the peaceful dream and be free from darkness. The familiar pain came back once again, devouring Hiro's consciousness and dragging him into a nightmare of endless darkness. Give up. Give up. Give it up. No. The world died. There is no future. The light guiding me is getting dimmer. Those whispers, they seem so clear now. Can't find our way back. No, my home is right up ahead. So long as I have hope, I won't ever get lost in this place. Struggling, he stood up in the darkness and stumbled forward, feeling his way with his hands. The many evil thoughts had taken form as spirits, constantly pulling on his soul, making it difficult for him to walk. I won't fall down now. His firm determination pushed him forward. Finally, he once again found the smell he longed for. As his guiding light grew brighter, he mustered all his strength to leap towards it, away from darkness. Seems like it was much more difficult for you to wake up this time. You were almost completely covered in evil thoughts. It took you a long time to snap out of it. Sorry, perhaps it has something to do with the growth of Jikukuten's power. It's becoming more exhausting to fight it off. I can sense that he's no longer far from this world. His smell draws ever closer. Didn't he learn his lesson from Lord Susanoo? I'm not sure. One thing is certain, we're running out of time to retrieve the Anko statues. They're extremely important both to me and to Jikukuten. When souls return, I also regain the power I used to protect them. That seems true. Although, you look to be in pain, your power has grown a lot. But somehow you're starting to look more and more like Jikokuten. It's not that surprising that I picked up some of his smell by drawing from his source of power. Master Hiro, I believe that you have a will of iron, but you must take care of yourself. I hope you will never lose your way. I won't, Mr. Seme. There's no need to worry. So long as hope lives, so long as this journey continues, I will not give up. So, Lady Suzuhiko Hime, Lady Miketsu, please have some rest in the Scented Realm. While you're there, you'll also have to see Mount Anko, home of the Anko clan, for the first time. Oh god, so that was 6. So let's go to 7. So I think he sends them there, yeah. In the Scented Realm, carrying a small pile of various scented pouches, Suzuhiko Hime squeezed her way out of the market. Following close behind, Miketsu was also carrying a few scented pouches. Hey, this place is so nice. People here are so passionate and nice. They get along super well with us frost folk. They have so many incense ingredients, including some very special types of grains, which seem to have an impressive yield as well. It's worth taking them back to further study them. Lady Suzuhiko Hime, Lady Miketsu, why did you accept so many scented pouches? Aren't your relationships a little too complex? She... Isn't this bad? What are you talking about? I don't understand. Kohaku seems to have misunderstood. Those are not egosha, but specialty incense of the Anko clan. We didn't get them as gifts either. It was more like a buy one, get one free kind of deal. The shop owners are super eager. Perhaps they're all very happy after seeing how energetic Lady Suzuhiko Hime is. The Anko clan love this kind of carefree attitude. The stream was formed using your memory and feelings, so it must have been affected by your subconsciousness as well. Perhaps that's also true to some extent. So when Master Seme got surrounded by so many people, it was actually a prank by Master Hiro, wasn't it? I don't know what you mean. If you're trying to deny it, at least keep a straight face. I rarely see Master Seme act this way. Master Hiro is very impressive. It feels very relaxing to have Master Hiro around. It also helps that this place has such pleasant scenery and atmosphere. It's easy to relax. Mount Anko travels in the sky. Different parts of it have different landscape, which are then altered by the thoughts of the Anko clan. Feel free to take a look around if you're interested. I'll be here on top of the mountain. Come find me if you have any problems. I will come find you when Master Hiramasa and Lady Kagura return. Alright, we're free. Let's go have some fun. How are you so cheerful? We're in another world right now. You bet I'll see everything there is to see to make this trip worthwhile. so you'll be gathering materials for your stories. Are you always this creative? I think I'll be creating things as long as I keep dreaming. The group quickly went their separate ways. Even Hiro was nowhere to be found. Then Master Seme, shall we? Are you looking for Master Hiro? Yes, after thinking about it, I still have some questions I'd like to ask him. I saw Mr. Hiro going that way. Then let's see if we can catch up to him. Seme and Kohaku followed Hiro up the mountain road. Wow, the plants are getting bigger and brighter. The flowers on these trees even share a little of Master Hiro's scent. But I don't really know what kind of flowers they are. They're probably sacred flowers. I've seen some before. And while I don't quite remember exactly what they looked like, I'm pretty sure it was something like this. They say you can get all kinds of amazing knowledge by training your mind under sacred flowers. I don't know what exactly that knowledge would be, but I think it would be at least give you some peace of mind. Master Seme, look, there's a house up ahead. At the end of the path sat a quaint courtyard, which seemed to be surrounded by an intangible force that kept it protected from the outside world. This must be Hiro's old home. Should we take a look inside, Master Seme? He seems to have placed his home under careful protection. We may be sent packing if we intrude. The doors aren't locked, Master Seme. You're lucky that went well, Kohaku. There don't seem to be anyone else inside. Let's go take a look around. When Seme walked through the invisible barrier into the courtyard, the view began to shift. Images emerged before him, but they seemed blurry. Great news. The chief got a pair of twins. A pair of divine twins blessed by the god. We thank you for blessing the Anko clan. As divine children, their talent shall be immeasurable. The cheerful noise from the Anko clan faded away. Divine twins? Are they referring to Hiro and Hikaru? The images I saw appeared dim and blurry. I couldn't see those people clearly. It was as if I was looking at them through some kind of haze, and yet it all felt so familiar. Could it be a memory of the past? As a breeze blew across, the memory skipped through several winters. When it stopped, two figures could be seen standing in the courtyard. How could this happen? They're twins, but they're so different. I don't need them to be powerful. I just need them to be safe. Yeah, so this is the chief and his wife. She was the one who asked to become pregnant, and she did, and she's the one who gave birth to them, which is why she looks like them. The clan will think otherwise. The Anko clan needs an excellent heir. It's only natural people would compare the two. It's their future, their duty. It's inevitable. Just tell Hikaru not to dwell on it. I hope this won't damage their relationship. As the chief and his wife sighed, time sped forward. Night had fallen on Mount Anko, but whispers could still be heard coming from inside the room. Hikaru, why haven't you gone to sleep yet? Are you not feeling well? Mother, I still can't tell these incense ingredients apart. But Hiro can easily describe their differences even with his eyes closed. Hiro was suited to this, so he picked it up quickly. Don't take it to heart. Then what about me? Maybe your strength lies elsewhere. There's no need to compare yourself to your brother all the time. I want both of you to be happy. But what if one can only be happy when they're as talented as Hiro? The chief's lady couldn't answer. All she could do was comfort the young boy. It should be the chief's lady. I feel like they should have used a different... Oh my god. It should be the boy's mother couldn't answer. I see. There was such disparity between the divine twins' talents. Things must have been difficult when they were growing up. Their parents tried their best to resolve this, but some scars ran deep. Among the two, Hikaru's figure appears more blurry. Is this his memory? Before Seme could think about it, the memory began to flow again. He decided to sit back and watch it unfold. Have you and Hikaru been fighting again? The young man answered. Although his face couldn't be seen, his voice sounded clear and calm. You're wrong, father. Hikaru and I fought against someone else. So you admit you've been fighting at least. What made you do it? Some people just need to be taught a lesson, always so eager to point out everyone else's flaws. I was just trying to show them that they might want to look at themselves before they come for others. It was for Hikaru, right? So you knew about it, but you didn't try to stop it. You can't stop others from judging you unfairly. This is especially the case for Hikaru since he's a divine child. So we just let people say whatever they want about him? If that's the God's will, what are we to do? He knows his limits, but he still won't give up. Perhaps he can still find happiness if he can just let go. Really? I don't think that's the case. Hikaru and I aren't so different. Perhaps people just need to be more patient with him. What if it still doesn't work? Are you going to protect him for the rest of your life? I will. It's not my duty as a young chief, but it's what I can do as his older brother. Don't worry, I will protect him. Then you have thought about Hikaru's feelings? Whether he'd want to live in your shadow? It doesn't matter. It won't change the fact that we're twins. That's the closest anyone can be with another person, is it not? As he finished speaking, time rushed forward again and stopped on a quiet and cold day in early spring. The air in the courtyard was filled with a strong smell of medicine and mind healer. It seemed that the chief's lady was gravely ill. Mother, I'm fine, Hiro. I feel much better now. I'm not strong enough to protect you. The fragrance quietly carried the young man's anxiety to Seme. For a moment, Seme felt like he could hear the young man's thoughts. I want to be more powerful. I want to protect everyone. It has always been my responsibility. If I still had the power, would it be different? If I had never made the wish to give my talent to Hikaru, would everything be different? If it were me who had the power, would I have done a better job than Hikaru? Seme keenly sensed that an obscure smell suddenly grew thick in the courtyard. Though it only lasted for a brief moment, its presence even shocked Mount Anko a little. He looked up to the top of Mount Anko in the mist. This is Hiro's divine force. However, before he could think about it, the ground began shaking violently, and the everlasting divine light on Mount Anko was suddenly snuffed out by the thick darkness. Then came the sound of wild laughter as thick, dark power began devouring Mount Anko and the souls of all living beings within. No. Amidst the chaos, the chief stood before his lady, protecting her with all his might, while also looking for his children. Hira, Hikaru, are they? Hurry, get out of here. Father, mother. They heard an anxious voice coming close from the distance. However, darkness enveloped them by the time that Hiro could get to them. At the last moment, the chief and his lady hugged each other tightly and stretched out their arms as if reaching for something, but they were soon consumed by darkness, falling into a deep slumber. Time stood still. The power of the realm turned into a soft breeze and blew past Seme, waking him up from the memory. Master Seme, what happened? Kohaku, did you see? Oh, I saw pieces of past memory when I walked through the door, but I couldn't make out any faces of the people inside, nor could I understand what they were talking about. I see, so you saw it too. I think that was the memory hidden here by the owner of this place. From here, it seems the sky hasn't changed a bit since we came in. It's hard to tell how long we've been in here. Let's go inside for now. Maybe we'll learn more when we find Hiro. They walked into the courtyard to see a person tending plants and another person relaxing in the pavilion. The soul herb over there seems a little shrewd. Perhaps the herbs around it are fighting it for space. Move it somewhere else. You need to be more careful when dealing with these incense herbs. I worked very hard to grow these incense fields. Are you trying to ruin it? It was me who did the heavy lifting, remember? You asked me to. Besides, how am I ruining it? I have no words. Where are those two little brats when you need them? They've been busy enough. They deserve a break. You're the father. It's you who should help them. And you are? My apologies. We're here to visit Master Hiro. Is he currently at home? Oh, you're looking for Hiro. They live in the back of this courtyard. Go straight and around that incense field, then you'll find him. Understood. Thank you, ma'am. Seme and Kohaku went to the back of the courtyard as instructed by the lady. To be continued.